So welcome everybody. Wow, a lot of coaches from everywhere. I would like to go quickly around Robin. Can you do a 10-second introduction? Where you're from and who do you coach with what topics? Is that possible? Yes? So let's start on my top left. Christos? 10 seconds, please. Otherwise we'll be here all night. You're muted. Yeah, I muted some of you guys because the feedback and the noise. You can on the bottom. All right, now. Go.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Christos, and as you can realize from the name, I'm a Greek. I was born and grew up in Germany, and I was started my career delivering training and training sessions and workshops for multinational companies like General Motors, IBM, Philip Morris. In 2012, I decided to go deeper, and instead of just delivering trainings, to use the whole spectrum of development journey. So
okay, 10 seconds is up.
Okay.
Sorry, but we're going to be here all night otherwise.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Christos. Christos from Greek. Irma, go.
Yeah. Hello, I'm Irma from Georgia, Caucasus. I am a human resources professional. I am coach, executive coach, business coach, career coach. I'm delivering inspiration sessions. I'm delivering group coaching sessions. I'm transformational coach plus.
Okay, thank you very much, Irma.
Te doy 50 después, ¿vale?
Kevin?
¿Vale? Te doy 50
Kevin Wright?
ahora, ¿vale? 306.
And the next one will be Samare, so you can prepare and unmute your audio.
Wie das hier wird, deswegen kannst du gerne Bescheid sagen.
Come on, guys, let's keep this quick, otherwise we'll really be here all night.
Okay, shall I go?
Yeah, go.
Okay, I'm Kevin. I'm from Cape Town in South Africa. I am a business coach. I am a workshop facilitator and a mentor, specifically of small to medium businesses. I've a long history in corporate. I've run my own businesses, and I have a passion for developing people within their careers and their businesses.
All right. Welcome, Kevin from South Africa.
Thank
Samari,
you.
go.
Hi, everyone.
Next
I am
one
a
will be
human.
Michael.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sam. I am a human behavior specialist, a positive psychology coach, and a development method facilitator. I'm from Cape Town, South Africa.
Welcome, Samari from Cape Town. Hi, Carl. You muted?
Yes, I was just.
Chris?
So I'm Haikal based in Amman. It's a little bit different. Cultural executive coach, especially here in the Middle East and Europe, North Africa.
Okay, thank you. Chris?
Hi, I'm Chris. I have a company called Chrysalis Coaching. I do executive and leadership coaching. My background is the not-for-profit and government sectors, where I've been an executive director and run agencies providing services for people with disabilities. And I became an executive coach about 5 years ago, started doing some internal coaching, and then moved on to my own company.
Very good. Where are you from? Where are you from, Chris?
Oh, New York City metropolitan area.
Ah, nice. New York City. Welcome. Michael Brady, you're next. And then Supriya Yoshi.
Hi, Natalie. My name is Michael. I'm from Ireland. And I help business owners and project managers improve both their performance and their well-being.
All right. Thank you, Michael. Supriya, whoever's got noisy kids, mute.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
10
Good
seconds.
evening, everyone. I am Supriya Joshi. I'm from India. I'm an HR professional and an internal facilitator, doing workshops on emotional intelligence, conflict management, and the brain that changes itself. And I'm an internal coach in the organization.
All right. Welcome, Supriya from India. Patrick. And then Roderick. And then Viola.
Yes, I'm Patrick. Actually, I am not a coach. I am just an internet opportunity seeker, and I've come from Belgium, and I wanted to improve my life.
Very good. You're one of our clients. We can all coach you. Roderick.
Hi there. My name is Roderick Lambert. I'm from Britain originally, but based in Prague. After 20 years in corporate HR, I've recently certified as a coach, and now I work as a life coach and a business coach here in the Prague area in Europe. Hello.
All right, thank you. But I didn't get where you're from. Ireland?
Britain.
Oh, Britain. Okay.
London.
London. Welcome, Roderick from London. Viola. And then Marcia Smith. You're muted.
And I am a trained medicine, but I work now in the field of trainings for leaders, especially female leaders, in the field of resilience, energy, life, work balance.
All right, thank you. Welcome, Viola, and you're from Vienna, because I know you personally. Marcia?
Yes. Hi everyone. My name is Marcia. I am a life coach, nutrition coach. I work I work with people to help change their lifestyle. I recently started working with a mental health charity on changing the perception of nutrition and to increase health awareness in mental health disorders. I'm originally from Trinidad and Tobago, but I live in the UK.
All right, Trinidad, Tobago. That sounds like a place I want to go right now.
Right now, yes.
Welcome, Marcia from Trinidad. Michael Muntz, and then Renata Nikpan. Michael, you're muted. All right.
Here we are. This is George and Michael from Germany. Greetings to everybody. We are specialized on sales, business development, and negotiation topics, and are coaching especially startups and SME companies.
All right, thank you. From Germany, Renata. And then
hello there. Hello, I'm from Poland, and I am life and leadership coach. I work with executives as well, and I do deliver workshops and one-to-one online coaching sessions. I've been certified with the Coaches Training Institute in America, and what else? I help people to feel that they are good enough to show their authentic self in order to make a mark in this world.
Oh,
Thank you.
Nice. Thank you, Renata from Poland. Ivan, and then Jennifer Kutayar, and then Bilal.
Okay, hi everybody. I'm Yvonne from Germany. I'm a coach for leadership, self-leading, and health. I'm also certified, and at the moment I work with different people coming from rehabilitation on the one hand, and I also work with young people where the most of the core topic is self-esteem, to build up self-esteem, to go out, find jobs, and because all of them coming from a crucial home site.
All right, thank you, Yvonne. That's super important. Young people, self-esteem. Wow. Thank you. Jennifer?
Hi, everyone. This is Jen from Toronto, Canada. I've spent the last 2 decades in tech sales as a leader across North America, and I've recently become a certified coach, and I specialize in leadership presence, executive presence, as well as how to really grow young talent as they deal with such issues as perfectionism.
All right, thank you. Bilal? And then Cam from the iPhone.
I'm Bilal Sununu. I'm from Jordan. Apologies for not having the camera on as it's not working. I live in Saudi. I am a business coach, focusing primarily on both business, on both family businesses and startups, with a good focus on digital transformation consulting.
All right, thank you. Bilal from Jordan. Tam? All right, let's move to Syriat.
Hello everyone. My name is Sirirat. You can call me B. I work as executive and leadership coach, and I also a facilitator of coaching, leadership, and presentation programs. I also an author of 3 coaching books. Nice to meet all of you.
Nice. Where are you from? Did you say that?
Thailand.
Thailand. All
From
right.
Thailand. Yes.
Nice. Irina and then Joanna. You muted? Okay.
I don't know if you see me.
Yeah, we can see you.
Okay, great. Good evening, everyone. My name is Irina and I live in the Netherlands, but I come from Moldova, Eastern Europe. I'm a life coach and career coach, and I mostly work with experts in the process of self-fulfillment, employment. I'm also a public speaker and public speaking trainer.
All right, thank you. And you're from?
I'm from the Netherlands.
Netherlands. Okay, thank you. Irina from Netherlands. And Tom, go ahead.
Hi everybody. My name is Tom. I'm coming from Austria. I am an expert on customer care, working for 20 years with my own company and colleagues on sales issues, on service issues, complaint management from consulting, training, coaching, and quality management.
All right, thank you. Welcome, Tom from Vienna. Joanna, and then Joanna Vompiri.
Hello.
Joanna.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, okay.
This is Joanna. I'm from Greece. Sorry for the noise, but I have my small daughter next to me. That's why I cannot open my camera. I'm a coach, recently certified by ICS. I'm also a training and development professional. I specialize on leadership skills mainly, and development on dialogues. And I'm very eager to know what you are doing with the victory log.
All right. Good. Thank you very much, Joanna or Ioana. And Joanna?
Ioana in Greece. Yes, Joanna in English, Ioana in Greece.
Joanna in Greece. All right. Joanna from Greece. Joanna?
Hi guys, here Joanna. I'm from Poland, and for the last 4 years I'm still working as sales manager and insurance broker. So my job is mainly to help people to find like the best insurance solutions for them. Yeah, that's it.
All right, thank you. Tiffany?
Hi guys, I'm Tiffany. I live in Switzerland. I'm an executive assistant. I'm doing some troubleshooting and somehow some everything, whatever an executive assistant is doing.
Yes.
So yeah.
She's also my daughter, and she's joining the call, so she knows what's going on.
Right.
All right. And Irma? You're muted.
Yeah. Hi. I actually already introduced myself. I was second one.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Hi again. Hi.
You moved.
Now I have video. Hi.
Okay. All right. Good. Samir, last one.
Hi guys, this is Samer from Jordan. My background is in leadership and sales. I currently help companies manage their portfolio by focusing on change management. So I help them grow change management as an organizational capability. Thank you.
Nice. Thank you, Samer. So welcome everybody. So let's get started. I prepared a couple of slides with a couple of pictures for you to make it a little more visual. Let me share my screen. Can you guys see my screen? Can you nod? Yes? All right, nice. Technology is working. Yay. All right, so basically it's the Coaching Biz Growth Accelerator. And why am I doing this? So what's the ultimate outcome? So the ultimate outcome of this is, first of all, get everybody pre-qualified leads. And the key word here is pre-qualified. Leads that are not wasting your time, and leads that are warm, and leads that also have money. How many of you think that money is important? Please raise your hand. Yes. And how many of you wasted a lot of times with leads that don't have any money? Everybody should be raising their hand. I think that's what everybody does, and that's the downfall of the coaching business. The second thing is that it's going to be a process that's not going to require any selling on your part. And I can't see everybody, but let's see how many of you really love sales. Raise your hand. I thought so, not that many. Let me see. Any raise a hand? How many of you love sales? Oh, Jennifer loves sales. Okay. The rest of the guys I can't see. All right. Well, based on my experience working with a couple of hundred coaches, is that most of them don't like sales. We're all about mission. We're all about helping, sharing, giving, and all that stuff. But when it comes to asking for money and selling, then it's not so much our priority, or not so much our core skill. Let me say that. So no selling, saving time, which is in essence for you guys. And also it's going to build a community. How many of you think that as a coach, you're most of the times on your own? Yes, show of hands. Okay, I can't see everybody, but I'm guessing that is pretty much everybody. As a coach, you're a leader, you're by yourself, everybody's looking up to you, everybody's asking for your advice and expertise, and typically you're a lot alone. And sometimes without sparring partners, sometimes without someone to bounce ideas back and forth with. So that's what this is basically the ultimate outcome of this project is. And in case you guys are wondering why I'm asking questions, does anybody know why I'm doing that? Just speak up.
To engage us, of course.
Say that again?
To engage us.
Yes. Engaged people fall asleep less. So that's basically the reason. Make sure you guys don't fall asleep. So what we're going to do is, first of all, I'll share the process with you, and then I'll share why it works, how it works, and then I want to take your questions. So I want to make this as interactive as possible. That's for the purpose of getting on a call with a couple of people to get some ideas together, wrap our heads around it, and then the next steps for the project. Cool? If you have any questions, because I can only see 7 of you, just jump in. Otherwise, I'll keep going. All right? Or put a message in the chat. I'll see that as well. So before we begin, you guys introduce yourself. I'm going to share just a couple of key points about my background so you know who is this lady trying to put some project together with us. Is that okay? Yeah. You guys okay with it? Yes, please nod your heads.
Terrified.
Are you terrified? All right, good. All right, I started with bookkeeping 25 years ago. That was my first business because that was my profession. Very, very boring. So I made more money and I started my second business, which were horses. Not a lot in common with bookkeeping. So the horse business was a very interesting business because it had not a great business model. It was a lot of money out of my pocket, no money in my pocket. And what happened was very, very short. In a nutshell, I ran into a cash problem. So I had to juggle different things. I had to juggle bookkeeping businesses and horse business and kids and farm and family all at once, and that didn't work. So I broke my marriage in that time. I was close to a burnout, as you can imagine. I don't want to go into detail here, but the thing is that I decided to change. And I read books. How many of you read books to try to change things? Raise your hand. Yes, probably everybody. So I was not alone, but it took a long time. It took about 8 years to turn this whole thing around. I was in a financial disaster. I'm not going into any details. I don't want to bore you with that. But the point of it is that by reading those books and studying whatever I could get my hands on for personal development and growth and all that kind of stuff, the idea was born to found a virtual platform for other people to benefit so they don't have to go through the same process I did with all the books and all internet. Because how many of you agree that on the internet it's great, but there's a lot of crap out there as well that doesn't work? Yeah, so you have to go through a lot of stuff, sift and sort and sift and try and test. And that phase took me 8 years and I didn't want people to go through it. So that's when the idea was born, the Victory Lock, your virtual coach. And that was the initial idea, to have a virtual coaching platform that is available to the broad public at a very, very small amount. The initial idea was to charge $1 a month. How many of you think that's not very much? That was the initial, yeah, thank you. That's the initial idea, was $1 a month. That business model didn't work that well. That was 6 years ago. And I started also doing international speaking gigs. That's in South Africa. And then I started doing business development, which is a couple of years back. And that's pretty much my main business now. And I'm constantly on the quest of how can I make things easier? How can I make things better for coaches? What are the core main problems? So what are the core things that we need? And then this model and this project came to life, which is called the Growth Accelerator. And those of you that know me a little bit know that I love to do triangles, because triangles are simple enough where they only have 3 sides. I need to be very concise and very short and down to the point because I only have 3 sides. And the 3 things that we need as a coach to grow is, it's not rocket science. You're going to say, of course, once I share with you. So the process is, first of all, of course, exposure. And how many of you agree that you cannot have enough exposure? Show of hands. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. So you, unless you're the president of the United States who has enough exposure, then nobody has enough exposure. So we need more exposure. And once you have that exposure with your audience, and I mean, that doesn't really matter if it's corporate clients or private clients, the process is the same. Then we build trust. That's also pretty much a no-brainer. Because one of the main reasons why people don't buy is because A, they don't have the money, or B, they don't trust that you can help them with what they need, if they're a good fit. And then the third thing is sell, of course. So have more exposure, build trust, and then sell. And that project is aiming at doing these 3 things. And when you're doing this and putting this up, another key point is that you need to pay attention to 3 things. When we're talking about an online thing here, we're talking about online building trust. And there's 3 key things that I found are essential, and a lot of coaches are struggling with it. And the first one is simplicity. So how many of you agree that when it's complicated, people will not understand and will not buy? Yeah, show me your hands. Okay, Tom, I can see you. Yay. Simplicity needs to be simple enough. And the second thing, it needs to be clear. Because as a coach, we're typically like sponges soaking up so much information and so many different things. And then people come to us with their problems and we have so many ideas how to help them. How many of you have been there? And we overwhelm ourselves. Thank you. We overwhelm ourselves, we overwhelm our clients, and people are just not getting it because it's not clear. And the third thing is that value. It needs to be very valuable. So stuff that we're putting out there needs to be not just something that you can just Google right away, but it needs to be your core expertise. Because people sense it when you're just out to just kind of like, yeah, brush them away with, yeah, here's some basic stuff that you can find anywhere if you type in Google. No, it needs to be some essence of you and some stuff that you are really good at. All right. So I have a couple of chats here. Let me see. Since you were in horses, my Dutch family, Patrick says my Dutch family name means the horse rider. All right, well, Patrick, that makes you eligible for being on this call. Congratulations. Tiffany says, please mute because we can hear background noises. Yes, please do so because I can't see you all. Please mute, everybody mute. All right, that's it. Great backstory. Thank you. You're welcome for sharing. Any questions at this point? Let me stop the sharing. We can take some questions if there's any questions. Any questions? You guys still here? Good. Works. All right, let me get back to screen sharing because I want to spend as much time as we can of that hour with questions. Okay, so 3 key things: simplicity, clarity, and value. Now, why will this work with this online project that we're creating together? The problem with online and the problem with today's information age is a couple of things. First of all, how many of you agree that we have like information total overwhelm? Anybody been on Facebook recently where it's like everything is coming at once and all of it is like buy this, buy that, this is my best, this is the best, all is totally exaggerated. How many of you have been there and know what I'm talking about? So we have informational war. That's one of the problems. And out of the information war, well, clients have too many choices. So they can choose so many different coaches, so many different programs, so many different things. And the third thing is coaching typically is expensive for the everyday Joe. And what we're creating here with this project is different. Okay, I'm gonna mute you guys, all of you. I'm gonna stop the screen sharing. Who's not muted? Making a lot of kitchen noise. Okay, we have some more people here. Okay, sorry about muting you. All right, much better. Okay, go back to screen share. Now this project is different because first of all, on the platform, it's gonna be very simple. It's gonna be simply people get in and we're gonna tell them pick one of the 7 life categories that you wanna improve. It cannot get any simpler. They pick one. It's also customized because it has a personality assessment in there. So we will be able to identify the different personality types and what would be a best fit for them. And there's tons of value in there. So they can test first. The basic membership is free. So a lot of people, everybody can come in for free, learn for free, have different resources for free, and it's also interactive. So it's an interactive platform where you can ask some questions and then get some answers. And at the end, you even get a certificate once you've done a course. So that's different. So it's simple enough. People don't get overwhelmed. All they need to do is pick something and pick something that piques their interest, and that's it. They don't have to go through 5,000 different things. Now, how does it work as a coach? Any questions at this point? Put it in the chat. It's going to get clearer in a minute. How does it work as a coach? And again, this is very, very simple. So first of all, you will create your coach profile on the platform. So you're visible from the outside. People will see you with a picture and a text and some links. This will also add to your credibility because you're going to be a coach there on that platform. You upload the program in a specific format that works best for online things to have people take action. And then you're going to get leads. So that's basically in a nutshell. How it works as a user is, so first of all, the user gets in, picks one of the core 7 different life areas and one of the trainings that piques his interest, watches that training, and then the next thing that works best online is to sell a next free step. And that next free step, it depends on what you guys are doing. It can be a sales call with you, a free client finder session, a free marketing fixing session, whatever it is that you guys are doing. It can also be a webinar, but the best thing is to add more value by doing another free step. And here's where the sales team, my sales team comes in. What we can offer you guys is that we take over these pre-qualifying calls, and it makes it more valuable because you're going to be the expert. Not everybody's going to get to talk to you right away. People will be vetted before by our team. They will be pre-qualified. First and foremost, do they have the money? And secondly, are they a good fit? You don't have to use the sales team. If you don't want to, you can do it on your own. This is just my recommendation. That's working best. It's a 2-step sales process where first of all, they get just vetted. They build some trust with the sales team, get a couple of superficial questions answered because of course the sales team's not going to know your stuff as well as you do. And then when they're qualified and they also are going to ask the money question, then only they will get to talk to you. This will save you time and trouble and heartache of going and sifting through a lot of prospects. Making sense? Any questions at this point? All right.
Yeah, I have a question.
All right, let me stop the screen sharing. Who's I?
Yeah, this is Samer speaking.
Oh, Samer. Okay, go ahead.
So you just mentioned that it's a process of where you filter them and you go through the price question. What if I want the price to be negotiable? What's if it's on a case-to-case basis, right?
Okay, so very good question. Thank you, Samir. Who else had this question in the head? What about the price? Nobody. Oh, I'm surprised. Well, the thing is, what I recommend that we do to make it streamlined as a process is that you have a basic small program to offer. So what my team's going to say, they're going to say, look, the minimum investment to work with Samir is £2,000, €2,000. Are you ready and willing to invest that into your personal growth? And then they say, yeah, if the value is there, whatever question they say, they're gonna just guide them there, so they're aware that the minimum amount, the minimum investment will be 2,000. And then they will be handed over to you. And then it's up to you to do a customized program. Some of you are doing very customized one-on-one stuff, so that's fine. Or some of you might have even a small online program that they want to downsell into if they don't have 5 or 10,000, whatever it is. That's totally up to you what you're going to do with them after.
So I have to have a program that is time, that time specific and also budget specific, right?
Time specific and what specific?
Budget specific, as in I will have to have a budget for it, and I will have to have a time limit as well. Time, right? Like 3 months program that costs so and so.
Yes, so what we're doing is with the streamlined 5-step process. In the end of the process, you're going to share in a very simple format what it is that you can help people with. And this will do 2 things. It will help my sales team to understand what you're doing so they can answer superficial questions. And secondly, the client will understand a lot better. And based on that, that's where we take it from there. And then based on that, you will let the sales team know, look, people need to have a minimum of 2,000 to spend. And then they go on the call with you, and then you can say, okay, so this is probably not the best fit for you. I have something else that would be much more targeted, or whatever it is that you're doing. Making sense?
Yeah, thanks.
So just the minimum needs to be there. So to help, otherwise they can't ask the money question. They need to know.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, any other questions?
Yeah, hi Natalie, it's Jen from Toronto. How does your sales team prioritize the coaches? So are there different tiers of coaches that join this program that get priority over others?
That's a very good question. No, thanks, not at all. So what the process does is you're gonna have your own program online. And at the end of the program, you're sharing with a specific, simple system what you're doing so that the sales team understands. And then there will be a link just for you that the sales team knows, oh, this comes from this program. So the people went through your program, they want to learn more, they want to get on a quick call with the sales team, and they will know it's you. So nobody prioritizes anything but the client, the prospects. They will pick your program because they're interested in learning what you have to offer.
That's great, thank you.
Welcome. And the key here is of that program to be a lot of value. But of course, you're not going to give away everything, but it would be ideal if it was a small piece of what you're teaching or coaching on anyway. So if you're coaching on leadership, so possibly share one strategy with them that works really well to, for example, get people engaged in your team, work better together, work harmoniously, or whatever it is in a short process that you can share with them that will be of a lot of value. The key is here to build trust with them. They see what you're doing, they see what you're offering, and then they want more. And if they want more, they get on a call. Any other questions?
Yeah, it's Roderick here.
Yeah, Roderick.
You mentioned the personality assessment. Is that based on? Is that MBTI or is that something else?
Very good question. Thanks. That's based on the RICE profile. It's a little bit advanced than the RICE profile. It has a couple more pieces to it. How many of you are familiar with the RICE profile? Anybody?
No.
The RICE profile basically, because what I asked myself when I initiated this platform was, what was the key indicator of why people take action? And the answer was the motivation. So the RICE profile has 16 different motivational factors behind it and specific questions to identify those motivational factors. And then based on that, there's 24 different personality types, 24 different combinations of the different motivations. And the 4 main types, I used animals because it's easier to remember. This, first of all, is the eagle. The main focus is success-oriented, and then there's various combinations, 6 different combinations of the eagle combined with the other 3. The second one is an owl, which is very mind-oriented. A lot of people that are very much into theory and studying and theoretical stuff, that's the main focus. And again, 6 different combinations. The third one is relationships. We use the elephant for that. and 6 different relationship combinations. So main focus, main motivator is for those people, relationships. And that assessment also works well in teams where you can identify who's a good leader, because someone who has relationships last in their motivational group is obviously not very fit to be a leader. And the last one is a cougar. And those are the ones that are very physical. So that everything physical, like beauty, good looks, nice clothes, appearances, status, all these things are very important to the cougars. And again, 6 different combinations. And this will help because inside the platform, there's a chat platform. So you can make yourself available to chat with the members and you see what their type is. So you will know what's important to them and what motivates them. Making sense, Roderick? Yeah, good.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions at this point?
Allow me, Natalie, I would like to ask you what is in for us, what is in for you, and what is in for potential customers. What I understand by your description, you are talking about the platform who's bridging potential clients with available coaches. Yeah. Am I right?
Who's talking? I can't see you.
Christoph.
Christoph, okay. Yes, exactly.
Okay.
I'll get to that.
Okay,
good. Okay, how exactly the logistics and everything. Any other questions to the process? So again, you will have your profile, you will have your own program with one of your specialities in there, teaching people, helping people, answering their questions in their head. Who is this person? What's in it for me when I do this? So a little bit of selling piece in the beginning, and then at the end share what else that you can do with them and a call to action. All right, next piece. Okay, so next free step is what I recommend as call to action. Now, what's included and what is the logistics? How does the logistics work? So it's a lifetime spot on the Victory Lock platform. So the more members come in, you will continuously benefit from this marketing spot. Then what I'm doing is for this group here that is going to start, I'm going to do group calls and train you on the 5-step process. So however many we're going to need, because this is the first time I'm doing this in a group with a lot of coaches. So however many group calls we need, I'll share with you the process. We can brainstorm ideas. You can ask your questions. And there'll be video trainings as well on the platform for you guys to watch. And also recordings, of course, of the calls. Then we're going to have a Facebook support and community group so we can brainstorm ideas, share ideas. You're going to be uploading your online program based on that process. That works well. You're going to get pre-qualified leads. You can, if you want. If you want to do the calls yourself, you can also do the calls yourself. And the cost for the leads is 60 francs per warm lead. So those will be vetted. And bear in mind that my sales team might have to do 10 calls before they find one that is a fit. So you don't pay for those 10 calls, you pay for one lead that will be handed over to you. And once you sell them, and that's based on a trust basis, it's a 7% commission. And part of that goes to the sales team. Any questions? And again, you can say, no, I want to do my sales calls myself, and then you don't have to pay for the leads. And you can be participating in promos, and that's not extra charge. Do JVs with other coaches or with me. So what I'm doing is I have a big network of coaches already, and I don't coach every topic. So if I have clients that have needs in other fields, I'm always handing them over to my own clients. So that's another thing that I will do with you guys. I say, look, check out the program. There's a guy who's really good, a girl who's really good inside the Victory Lock, free program. Check it out. If you like it, get on a quick call and see if we can help you more. And you're going to be able to interact with your members via chat. I'm not going to give you a list of the members because I don't want them to be wildly bombarded with stuff. So that will run through me. But what we're going to do is we're going to do a week of leadership. And then I'll recommend all the leadership trainings in that category. Then we're going to do a week on health. And I'll recommend all the health categories, relationships, whatever is the topic. And your programs will be constantly on top of their minds. Any questions so far? Let me stop the screen sharing. Questions? No. All right.
Hi, this is Chris. I have a question.
Yes.
How many coaches do you currently have using the platform?
Well, this is a project I'm rolling out. I'm opening up for the first time to other coaches. So
Okay.
far, this is only for me, and I have also other coaches that are not available, big shots. They have programs on there, and I'm promoting them a little bit in there, but so far we haven't done anything like that. So I use it for my coaches. I send them in there to study the strategies. I have over 80 training videos in there on building coaching businesses, and that's what I use it for mainly. Any other questions?
Is there a test version of the platform where we can just go through?
Yeah, of course. What I'm gonna do is I'll send you, all of you, and even the ones that didn't join, I'll send you a recording of the call, and I'll send you a link to the platform. I mean, it's already existing since 5 or 6 years, and you can even get in as a basic member for free and check it out inside what it looks like. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else?
Yeah, Roderick again.
Yes?
Want to ask about where do the customers come from? Is it geography based, or are they simply worldwide that come to the platform?
Very good question. What we're going to market to is we're going to market the countries first that have money. So it will be international, but it's not going to be Ghana, and it's not going to be countries that don't have any money, because in the beginning it doesn't really make sense. We want to get some traction with getting you some leads. Make sense?
I understand that. But is the expectation that coaches in that case will be, their programs will be mainly offering one-on-one, or will be on the contrary, more of an expectation that people will be working online remotely with the customers?
Yeah, very good question. So for coaches that are doing only physical stuff in person with clients or with corporates, it's not a good fit, because we're not going to geographically, and then people might get on and they want to work with you, and then you say, well, I'm not flying all the way to America to work with you. So that's only for those coaches that are working remotely, like what we're doing now. And I mean, sometimes there's coaches that do both. So if you do both, then the spot in the victory log would be regarding that piece that can be done remotely. Make sense?
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Yeah, this is Samer here. How do you ensure that you're going to get pre-qualified leads for the coach?
Well, that's where the Salesforce team of the Victory Log comes in, because they pre-qualify them with a call.
So they themselves will run an online campaign on social media and stuff like that.
No. This will be all in one pool, directing onto the Victory Log. But the pre-qualification of the leads will be done, if you want that, by the team, and that's where the 60 francs per lead comes out, because they might be doing 20 calls to get one good one. So that's what we need to test in the beginning too, to make sure the ones coming in the front are also good quality. And that's why I said we're going to market to countries that have money first.
Okay, so you're going to market the log itself, the victory log.
Yes,
to
exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Okay, understood.
So we'll market, we'll do a campaign on people interested in business. We'll do a campaign people interested in health, people interested in relationship. And they will all be funneled into the victory log.
Yeah, understood.
And they have the pick, and then it's your job to make it as compelling and attractive as possible.
Understood. Thank you.
Okay, any other questions? All right. Move on to the last piece. There's also a financial investment, because it's going to be marketing. So the investment for the platform and the marketing and the training is on top of it, and all that stuff, and the stuff that you can learn inside the Victory Log, that's all on top too, because that's a lifetime access. So that's for the rollout that we're doing now, it's 2,500 francs. And that is a total no-brainer, because it's a lifetime spot. So ongoing, as long as you're alive, you will be benefiting on Mimi, even after benefiting from the platform and benefiting from all the members that are coming in and being flushed in. People residing in Switzerland, it's an additional 7.7% VAT.
Sorry, how much is that in euro?
It's a little less. It's maybe like 2,200 euros.
Okay.
All right. Any questions at this point? Any more questions? So the large portion of the 2,500 each is going to be spent on the marketing to get as many members as we can inside to get the stuff going. And then we'll constantly get together, see what is the feedback, what is the return, how many calls, and all that stuff to make it better, improve it. Any questions? All right, you guys are very quiet.
Yeah, this is Samer here. Is there like a sample, or let's say, if I want to sample this, if I want to get a taste of what this is going to look like, where do I go?
Of course,
I want to get a real feel about what is this going to look like for me.
Yeah, you can get in as a basic member and see what it looks like inside.
No, I mean as in you know, some kind of, I think I'm thinking loudly here, like the whole process, as in the kind of leads that I will get, you know, the quality of the whole process, the pipeline, and you know, the qualification of sales leads and so on. You know, before I put in this money, just want to make sure that I understood, you know, I got a feel and taste of the whole process.
Okay, so what specifically would you like to get a taste from?
You know, it's like a walkthrough. It's like you know, when we do coaching, we give sample coaching so the customer will, or the client knows what are we talking about. Same here. We're talking about process. We're talking about stages, pre-qualifications, etc. So probably, you know, I'm just thinking loudly here again. Is there a way that I can get a taste of what the victory log will give me?
Well, on the virtual side, you can log in and check it out.
Mm-hmm.
On the pre-qualification side, you have never been on a call with me, have you?
No.
Well, what I can offer you, all of you guys, is do a quick call with me, and I'll sample you what the pre-qualification call looks like. I will role play it with you, and I'll answer your questions. That's probably the closest to understand. Pre-qualification call is pretty much, it's about 15 minutes, and it's pretty much asking a lot of questions and vetting the person and making sure they're fit, and also making it valuable by asking pre-qualifying questions. So for example, one of the questions is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how committed are you to make this happen? We only want the best fit for our coaches because we don't want to waste anybody's time or money, and especially not the coach's time. So that's one of the questions. Or we ask where you at, where would you like to go, and then are you willing to invest, and how open and coachable are you? All those questions that are establishing if that person is going to waste your time or not, and if the person has the money, and also in terms of openness, in terms of friendliness, in terms of mindset, in terms of when they do they react to the email? Are they on time? All those things are kind of like a checklist that we're going to check off, and that makes a client a very good qualified client.
Well, I guess my question was, I mean, where could this go wrong? Like if I sign up for this and pay the money, and you know, could I not get leads? Let's say that my you know, the video, the everything is perfect. Mm-hmm. As a person sitting in Jordan, right? Mm-hmm. How could this go wrong for me?
If you got no leads.
Yeah, and how, you know, given your preparation, how could I not get leads?
If your program was very terrible and
not
attractive at all. But I mean, look, that's what I'm saying with these group calls. I want to work with each of you to make it as compelling and as attractive as possible. And I'll give you all my experience based on 25 years of business. So I know what works. I know what pulls. But again, this is a project, and it hasn't been done in that format.
This is Chris. How would we know if our product is priced competitively with everyone else who's on the platform?
Oh, that's an interesting question. We can possibly brainstorm together or share it openly if everybody's okay with that. But basically, it also depends. I mean, it depends on your target audience, what your price point is, and it depends on the topic. So if you're teaching health or losing weight to single moms, it's not gonna be as much of a return as if you're teaching business to freelancers, for example.
So with your experience on the platform, are you mostly getting individuals who are looking for coaching for themselves and paying for it privately, or companies who are looking to secure a coach for their employees, either a high potential or someone new to an executive position or something like that?
Yes, so we'll market to both, because behind every company there's people, human beings, and CEOs and HR people, especially HR people. They love doing stuff like that.
So I understand you'll market to both, but what are you currently getting referrals as you use the platform currently yourself?
It's not used for referrals currently. Like I said, this is a project. We're not using it for referrals. I'm using it for my programs, my own strategies, and teaching the coaches the strategies, business strategies. And also there's members in there that get in and get free content. That's also what but we're not marketing like when we're going to market with this project.
So you're not actually getting clients through the platform currently?
No.
Okay.
Samir, did that answer your question? I'm not sure.
No, not entirely. I mean, as you were talking, what comes up to my mind is a subscription model kind of a business where, I mean, that would be maybe an option, if I may propose this, as a subscription model where we pay you monthly subscription. This would be. I mean, I understand it's in in the making. It's early stage, but yeah, maybe things will get clear as we move on.
Okay, good, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I'm open to other ways of doing this, possibly subscription, but I mean, there's got to be a lot of work involved, and then, well, I mean, apart from that, the stuff that you're creating, the 5-step process, you can easily repurpose that and use it as well on your own thing. Send it to your list or use it on your website to warm up your people. So that's something that's definitely going to work, because that's a process that works. And in terms of leads for everybody, it's just we're gonna find and create a way on how to make it work. That's all. That's been my motto, and that's been working very well. Because marketing is not an exact science. It needs to be tested. It needs to be tweaked. It needs to be adjusted. Making sense, Samir?
Yeah, sort of.
Well, look, what this is an opportunity to join in with something big. Yep. And it's not that I have all the answers yet, and that's why I
appreciate that.
Yes, so that's what it is, but we're going to create a way and make it work. That's it. Because the basic thing is people are out there looking, and people don't have anything where they can just go in and test and streamline, and where they can get more help and everything for free. So that they don't have that, where it's customized, where they have an assessment, where they have all this stuff. They don't have that. And that's what the goal is, to have people, anybody who wants to learn something, and that's a big, big, huge potential for any of you. To be part of the beginning.
Okay, thanks.
Samir is not really happy with my answer.
I am happy.
You are? Okay, good.
So far, so good. That's what I can say.
Okay, good. All right, so some chats here. Let me see. Okay. Is the platform priced for the offering coaches as well as the users who are looking for coaching, the customers like me? You're the customer. Patrick asks. Yeah, that's for the coaches. The basic customer can get in for free. And that's why I encourage you. I mean, there's 3 different tiers in the platform. There's premium, which is little money. And then there's gold, which is everything that is 1,000 francs or 997 francs a month. And that's with everything. And that's what I sell to my coaches. But as a basic user, Patrick, you can just get in for free and test everything out.
You said you have to roll out now in October 19. What is the latest time when you say, okay, for the first, 100 coaches to invest?
Well, I don't want 100 coaches. I want maximum 20.
Okay.
So I want 20 to work with closely so I can help you with your programs, I can answer questions and all that stuff. So I don't want 100 for the first round, and that's why it's really reasonable. And then we're going to create some traction, we're going to put some marketing towards it, we're going to get some experience, and the next round will be between 8 and 10,000 a spot.
Say it again, please, next time?
Next round will be between 8 and 10,000 Swiss francs a spot.
Coaches.
For the coaches, yeah. Because it's lifetime. It's a lifetime marketing spot. Does that answer your question, Yvonne?
Yeah.
And I had a deadline until next week on the 10th. So I have another about 20 calls set up, individual calls, people that couldn't join and want to get on a one-on-one. And I'm offering it to you guys. You can hop on a quick one-on-one with me too. We can clarify things, find solutions if you want. Any questions?
Say it again, please. The 1-on-1 is what? Sorry. Sorry, my audio is not fast enough. So.
I'm sorry, I'm talking too fast. Look, let me share the next steps with you. Maybe it'll be clear. And then I'll open up for questions again. Right. Okay, so next steps for this process. If you think this is really a great opportunity and you think it's a no-brainer, then send me an email and say I'm in, and send it to this email address and tell me your topic and a couple of bullet points. Because what I don't want is I don't want two of the same things in there. I don't want it to be cannibalizing each other. So just send me the topic. So my topic is leadership, and I'm going to help them with a process that helps their teams be more harmonious. Whatever, I don't know. And then based on that, I'm going to select by, now it's October 10th, because I already promised some people to have a call with them next week. But it's October 9th, October 10th, next week, Thursday. And if you're saying, it's interesting, but I still have some questions, book a quick 15-minute call with me. And we can get on a one-on-one. We can go over your questions. And yeah, that's pretty much the next step. So either you say you're in, send me an email with your topic, and I'll select and I'll let you know. Or you say, I have questions, or you say, this is not for me. That's also totally fine. And what I'm going to do at the end of the call, I'm going to send you all the recording. I'm going to send you a quick overview of what's included and the link to the call. So you can just pick an action, if any. Any other questions? No questions?
Not yet at the moment.
All right. So what I would like to do is just say goodbye to everybody. Let's go round robin. And what we do in our coaching sessions, the group calls sometimes, is we end with one word. So let's just end with one word each, and we'll pass it on to each other. So why don't you give it a go, Chris? One word.
Thank you.
Innovative.
Innovative. Thank you, Chris. What about you, Michael O'Grady?
Interesting.
Nice, thank you. Patrick. Oh, Patrick's gone. Kevin. Right. Oh, you're muted.
Interesting.
Interesting. All right, nice. Viola. Viola? You are muted.
Oh.
Go ahead, say it.
Might be helpful.
Might be helpful. That's more than one word. Yvonne.
To think about.
Think about. Roderick.
Cautious.
Thank you, Roderick. I really appreciate your engagement. No, seriously. Tiffany.
Path to success.
Thank you, Tiffany. Hi, Carl. Then Samari. Hi, Carl. You with us? Samari?
Interesting.
Thank you. Christos.
In synergy, you become stronger.
Say that again.
In synergy, you become stronger.
Very nice. Thank you. Tom.
It's strategic.
Thank you. Samir.
One of the next steps, I get my micro Haikal.
Haikal. What's your one word?
One of the next steps.
One of the next steps. Okay. Thank you, whatever that means. Samir?
Curious.
Curious. Thank you. Nelly? All right. Ioana with an I. Vompieri? Yeah, you're raising your hand. You can say something. Ioana? No, you can't. All right. Joanna? With a J?
Inspiring.
Inspiring.
Yeah.
All right. Nelly, last chance. One word. All right. Nelly has left us. So thank you very much for joining. You guys have been very engaging. I love working with coaches because it's we're a different species, I think. And it shows on this call. So thank you very much. It was fun. Any questions, reach out. You're going to get an email, recording, and all that stuff. And you know where to find me. All right.
Thank you, Natalie. Have a good night.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Bye.
Thank you. Good night. Bye-bye.